I wanted to make a video because I did get some viewings yesterday on my video, so I figured I'd make another one. And this one's going to be a little more. People are not going to like the fact that I made this, more than likely, because one, I'm a white male, so according to the left, I have no room to talk on this because of my privilege. But fuck that. I'm going to say what the truth is, and you can disagree with me or agree with me, but it didn't take away from it being a fact. White privilege is a myth made up by Democrats so that people that are in minority groups or in transgender, gay, lesbian, black, Hispanic, whatever class you categorize yourself in, it's a made up term so that those people can remain victims of the Democratic Party and of society. They want to look at themselves as victims. So I'm going to lay out my life really quickly and show you just in my life how white privilege is bullshit. Number one, I'm white, so I should have certain privileges, right? According to that theory. Well, I was born into I don't know how to say it, a drug abusing home. When I was born at 2 years old, the doors were kicked in by the police and I was taken out of my house. That one thing by itself debunks white privilege completely, because if I'm white and that privilege exists, then none of that should have happened. Well, it did. Number two, I grew up in a middle-class home, low middle class. My dad was a preacher. My mother she worked at a library. She was a computer technician. They both worked their asses off to provide for me and my little brother and to make sure we were taken care of. Did I have everything I wanted? No. But I learned at a very young age that if I wanted stuff that I wanted, I was going to have to pay for it. I learned the value of hard work at a young age. I was a stubborn teenager, and at the age of 17, I had a Army recruiter come up to me. So I decided to leave school because I was bored with it anyway. I didn't want to be there, and I wasn't doing really well just because I didn't want to be there. So instead of finishing high school, I got my GED promptly. After leaving high school, I got it within a month. And then I went to the military for 6 years. I did do a combat deployment as an infantryman. Now, if you know anything about the military, that's about as dangerous as it gets. Beyond that, the more dangerous jobs are special forces and Rangers and SEALs, Delta, all that kind of stuff. But a basic infantryman is about as dangerous as it gets without having a classified job. So I did do a deployment in 2009 to 2010. After I left Iraq, I came home with a drinking problem. I got married, and it didn't last but a year and a half. We got a divorce. I do have a beautiful daughter from that. So obviously I'm not for abortion either. Just saying. After I got over my drinking problem and, did what I had to do to get over that, I lived in a place called Hattiesburg, Mississippi for a while. I went to school, got my associate's degree, had a 3.96 GPA, I believe, so it's about as perfect as it can get with honors credits, so I worked my ass off. And because of that, I can get into a very good school. I was accepted by Tulane University, and I kind of screwed that opportunity up just because I didn't go. That was my own fault. But I don't blame anybody else for my problems. I don't consider myself a victim because nobody owes me anything. So when people tell you, oh, you're black, people owe you something. Oh, you're Hispanic, the country owes you something. You're a victim. That's bullshit, guys. If you don't work, you're not going to get anywhere. Hard work in the United States of America will just about keep you from being homeless. It will keep you from if you just are willing to put in the work, you will do well in the United States of America. Will you fail? Yes. Everybody fails. No, I don't think you can name a person in this world who has not failed. Failure is part of life. That does not make you a victim. Anyway, after I was done with my associate's degree, I moved to Jackson, Mississippi. I'm going to go back to school and finish my bachelor's degree starting this August. I live in I don't know, it's not a real nice apartment, but it's an apartment, but I worked for that. I decided not to be a victim of the man, and I put in the work. Anybody, it doesn't matter your color, your race, your sex, your religion, whatever you are. If you put in the work, you will be successful. You may struggle, but that is not because you are a victim. That is not because something called white privilege exists. White privilege is a myth. And the sooner people stop acting like a victim and accept that it is not a thing, white privilege does not exist, the quicker people will stop being victims and the quicker people will start doing well in their own lives. To be a productive member of society, you have to put in the work, be willing to accept failure, be willing to learn from your mistakes, and be willing to accept responsibility for your own actions. If you do those things in the United States of America, you will not permanently be poor or homeless. You may have to struggle, but it's all part of life. Everybody struggles. Anyway, if you like this video, give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and if enough people do, I will keep putting out videos. These are a little rough, I understand. They're the first videos I've ever made, so I don't expect them to be perfect. But if you like what you're hearing, if you want me to keep making videos, then subscribe to my channel, give me a like, comment, whether you like it or not, and hope to see y'all again. You'll have a good day.